Feels like it's cooling down a little bit anyways, although they do say there's a bunch of wildfire, I guess, further north. And with that in mind, what did I read today? How about this one, which is kind of interesting? You've heard of people using drones nowadays for search and rescue missions, but this one, apparently they had a loudspeaker attached to the drone with a mom's voice of the missing person. This one says, "You're not in trouble. Mom's desperate plea to missing son via drone." The loving voice of a mother desperate to find her son has been broadcast from a drone as the search for missing Perth man Finn Coyle continues. It's been 6 days since the 21-year-old was seen, but his family is not giving up hope. During today's search efforts, a thermal imaging drone sent a recorded message over the Perth Hills with a desperate plea from a mother to her missing son, saying, quote, "It's Mom here. The police and volunteers are out looking for you. You're not in any trouble," she reassured Finn. "If you hear this or see the drone, you can walk towards it." The talking technology is a new police tactic in the search for missing people like Finn. "We're just searching desperately, hoping that we can find him and bring him back," his brother Connor Coyle said. "It's likely unimaginable, yet nightmarish. The 21-year-old with autism and mental health struggles was last seen 6 days ago at his family's home in Carmel." I guess according to this too, he has a history of going out on his own without any issues as he's come back eventually, but because it's been so long, they're desperate to find any way to get him back. And that's kind of an interesting thought in terms of using a familiar voice, where if someone has some kind of, let's just say, condition like autism, I guess the assumption is that voice will actually help them to calm down and potentially be more receptive, I suppose, in terms of whoever's looking for them. Either way, that's kind of interesting, and hopefully they find the person. And in terms of drones, I guess, flying in the air, how about humongous ones, specifically predator drones? As you know, there's all those riots happening in the US around LA, and apparently there's one of those types of drones going around the area. You can see at first people weren't 100% sure because there was a post by the Homeland Security that says DHS drone footage of LA rioters. This is not calm, this is not peaceful. California politicians must call off their rioting mobs. With that little target there too, it makes you think, hey, what are you doing? Are you targeting somebody, like in terms of a weapon and so forth? But eventually it was confirmed to be a predator drone of sort, because it says CBP confirms it is flying predator drones above Los Angeles to support ICE. Customs and Border Protection has confirmed it is flying predator drones above the Los Angeles protests, and specifically in support of immigration and customs enforcement, according to a CBP statement sent to 404 Media. The statement follows 404 Media's reporting that the Department of Homeland Security has flown 2 predator drones above Los Angeles according to flight data and air traffic control audio. The statement is the first time CBP has acknowledged the existence of these drone flights, which over the weekend were done without a call sign, making it more difficult but not impossible to determine what model of aircraft was used and by which agency. It is also the first time CBP has said it is using the drones to help ICE during their protests. Funny enough, a lot of people would probably notice, let's just say, a smaller type of drone hovering around the area, but would you notice this if it has a really high-end camera and all that, where it will be flying really far away? And I guess in some interesting tech-related bits I read today, apparently Apple announced a new glass of sort for its phone called liquid glass, and it's generating a lot of controversy just because of how it makes the images appear. And they did it at the WWDC 2025, and it features specifically this translucent fluid aesthetic with frosted glass-like effects for app icons. It reminded people of Windows Vista, for example, which wasn't too popular in terms of the design, although the company Apple describes it as groundbreaking and all that. Just looking at some of the videos and pictures, it seems like it makes it difficult in terms of reading things like text just because of the contrast, and as well with things like notifications and various background apps, it makes it kind of hard, I guess, to manage what's on the screen just based on how this design is. There were apparently rumors that the company might actually cancel the whole thing in general just because of the backlash. I don't know if they'll do that because there's probably a lot of, I guess, loyal customers, and they probably spent millions developing this, huh? Is this like one of those situations where people say if it isn't broken, don't fix it per se? Then again, you have to start innovating, I guess, various times as well. But I don't think this is the type of innovation that people are looking for anyways. I'd be curious too on whether or not this new glass raises the price of the phone dramatically in general. All right, see you guys later.